Hi guys.
You got the wrong picture.
I'm not showing the picture.
Ah.
I am here with you a story out of the good old days magazine that I was reading. This story is called Fingerprints, and it's about 3 little girls from 1940. Their curiosity added up to trouble. It's just a really short story here. In the 1940s, when we kids were very young, our mom worked for an orthodontist. I didn't even know they had them back then. Besides the regular office work, she cleaned the office on Saturdays. One Saturday, my younger sister Joanne and I went with her. She let us play with the adding machine while she cleaned the back rooms. The adding machine, of course, was the type with the hand cranked. You would punch in the numbers, pull the handle down, and then the numbers printed out on the roll of paper in the machine. Well, you already know what the last thing Mom was to say. Be careful and don't break it. We didn't break it, but we still managed to get into trouble. We made some sets of numbers to punch in and took turns pulling the handle down and watching the numbers we chose magically appear on the paper. After a while, I became bored and had another idea. Joanne could think of a number, put her finger into the machine between the keys and the paper, and when I pulled the handle down, the number would print on her fingers. That sounded like fun to Joanne, and she knew her big sister wouldn't do anything to hurt her or get her into trouble. Yeah, right. Well, of course, her fingers took up much more space than the paper, and when I gently pulled the handle down, the number bar pressed against Joanne's fingers. I pressed the handle down a little more, and she said, "Stop, that hurts a little." I tried to pull the handle back, but realized it would only turn to the original position after it was pulled completely down. Her fingers were stuck tight. I told her I couldn't pull the handle up, so I was going to very quickly pull the rest of the way down. Then it would spring back up and release her finger. Well, you know how that worked out. I pressed down and Joanne began yelling and crying. Mom came running. She took in the situation, shot me a look that would melt steel, and tried to get Joanne's fingers out of the machine. No luck. Then, as all parents do, she said something I thought was silly. She told Joanne, "Stay right here, I'll go get help." Where did she think Joanne was going to go with a 40-pound machine attached to her hand? Mom ran right next door and returned with a nice man who quickly forced the number bar back with a screwdriver and released Joanne's fingers, which by now were turning a little blue. Mom rushed her to the sink and ran cold water over her hand to prevent swelling and bruising. On the way home in the car, Joanne suddenly said, "Hey, my numbers are gone." The next week, when Mom took us to the office, she made us take comic books to read. And here's the mischievous little girls. Mary Ann on the left, and her sisters Joanne, that got her fingers stuck in the machines, in the center, and then Ruth Ann right here, Joanne there in the middle. And Mary Ann on the other side. So there's the mischievous little girls. I think we've all had our share of getting into mischief when we was younger, and some still when they're older. I hope you guys enjoyed the story called Fingerprints, and it was by Ann Gove. Mary Ann, of course, one of the sisters who were involved. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys. God bless.